Local Music Monday, EC Radio. I don't know. We need a new theme song, Justin. I think I'm putting you on that job.
I'm in.
This is half your show on Mondays, brother. It's EC Radio. It's Local Music Monday. How you doing? Greetings and salutations. Hope everybody's have enjoyed their weekend. What an epic weekend on like the social medias.
Oh yeah,
it was like festivals going on all over the place. Big ups to our girl Heather Beebe for putting on a great festival for the Thea Bowman House, a good fundraiser for the Thea Bowman House. And I'm privileged to be sitting with a couple of the members of that live stream on Saturday night. For one, my co-host, the very talented Mr. Justin Smithson, and also joining us, Isaac French. Hi guys, good to see you both.
What's up, Z?
Now, Justin, we should make mention, too, not only was it an epic weekend with festivals, but just about an hour ago, it was announced, and I had the privilege of being a judge in this competition for the Stanley Theater's singer-songwriter contest. Great backdrop, by the way. I love it. Digging it. And the finalists were announced just about an hour ago, and I'd like to introduce the finalists. The first guy is Joe Van Druzen. That's a new one. I just seen that one. I thought it was a different name, but I guess this is all new to me. But anyways, Joe Van Druzen, he's in there. Tom Nitty, congratulations to Tom Nitty. Julia Grippy, Jay Schnitt, our good friend Jay Schnitt, and of course our guest with us today, Mr. Isaac French. Congratulations, bro.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me on today. This is awesome. It's a good day.
Can I just tell you what a difficult task it was being a judge in that contest? There was like over 50 submissions, and probably about out of the 50, I was friends with 40 of them. Okay.
Yeah, that's tough, man. I wouldn't want to be in that position.
It was a little tough, and of course, me being a prick that I can be, I tuned into my inner Simon Cowell.
Oh yeah, sure.
I tapped right into him, and I hit him where it hurts, and I gave complimentary scores where it was needed. So of course you and Tom Nitty on my scorecard were like neck and neck.
Yeah,
it was really good.
I listened to his video. I listened to all of them because I was like, well, I have an hour until the live show or live stream right now, and I was like, I want to listen to all the finalists and stuff. I hope we could get to hear some of the other ones too, because I'm sure they're just as good, obviously. And it's just,
they're all coming out for sure.
So many, that's awesome. So many great local artists. And I'm thankful for being chosen for one of the top 5 finalists. So it's really awesome. Thank you.
So Isaac, man, you're not from around here, right?
No, I'm from Vermont. Yeah. And I moved here about, I'd say, almost a year and a half ago, or it was like May of 2019 that I made the move. I brought all my music stuff here.
Yeah.
And I've lived here. I met my fiance at a show, and then we started dating, and I moved in with her. It was awesome. And now I live in Rome.
Cool.
And I started going to some open mics, and I guess the rest is history. I'm gigging full time, I was gigging full time.
Yeah.
Justin, when's the first time you heard him?
The first time I heard Isaac?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I've been drunk for about a month and a half now, so I don't remember the exact day. But no, I don't know. I think I was trolling through Facebook one day, and I know Isaac. I feel bad because I know that you and I had talked before that. Like
oh,
you
no
always
worries.
meet people when you're out, but the first time I actually really heard you, somebody tagged you on something on Facebook, and you were, I forget what song you were doing. You were doing like McCartney or something. It was something you were doing at a show. And
maybe Let It Be.
Yeah, I think it might have been Let It Be. And I was just blown away. I was like, what the,
Thanks, man.
And my wife accuses me of stalking you because I totally did. I went to find everything I could about you because I thought your voice was incredible, and I just
thanks, man.
It's nice to hear that, and it's nice to and I mean, I guess it kind of rolls into my next question. I always ask people this who are not from the area. What are your impressions on the talent in this area? I mean, I think it's second to none personally, but I mean, it's coming from a different area. Like, what are your thoughts on the talent level in this community?
Oh man. I mean, I think there's definitely hidden talent wherever you are, every place is special in its own way. Coming from Vermont, you had a lot of singer-songwriters that were like next level and kind of very intricate with their words and stuff, and really cool. When you come out here, the one thing I've noticed, like, I pride myself in being a pretty good singer. I practiced a lot, and that was like my first instrument. Out here, people out sing the crap out of me. There's so much talent out here that I noticed, like vocally. And what's cool out here is like covers are really appreciated, I think, by a big part of the community. You have like, Utica, and you have the casino and stuff where like that's a big part of people's lives, doing that stuff full time. Where in Vermont, it really focuses on the singer-songwriter type of thing, original music. So I think the talent, it is second to none over here, from what I've experienced with the small state of Vermont to here. It's amazing. There's so many people and so many amazing people. I don't think any talent anywhere exceeds anyone, but there's just a lot. It's saturated here with talent.
Sure.
It's crazy. So,
and that was proven this weekend on Saturday when you guys all got together for Heather's charity for the benefit for the Thea Bowman House. Having all that talent in like one Zoom. I mean, Ryan Quinn and ZZ and Gary and you two and Sean and even Tim Moyer.
Yeah.
I love Tim. He's so awesome.
We like to harp on him. He's our.
This is like the 5th week in a row that his name's been mentioned. There's something wrong here.
He sang that Ed Sheeran song so well.
He did. He really did. He crushed it.
Crushed that.
Even when they did Queen too, it was awesome. And what everybody wrote and all the heartfelt messages that were given to all you guys, man. And it was just really cool. And like, I wish that thing could have lasted all night. I was having so much fun.
Right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
We need to do that again.
Absolutely.
I'm down.
I was going to do that for my house. I was going to stream from my house, and my son goes to bed at the exact same time that we were supposed to start it. And we had to get together early for like sound check and stuff. And like, it was like 10-7. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to the practice room. I'm like, I gotta go. Or like, I had to go. My wife's like, you can't do this here. He's going to be all over the place. He won't go to bed. So I went to the practice room. I had, I had a few beers there, got to sit and chill and, and be alone with all you guys, which, being in the music scene and before this pandemic, there was not that chance. We never ever had that chance to hang out because we're all gigging. You know what I mean? And it's surprising to me because of that fact, because there is a lot of work to be had in the area that we all support each other the way that we do. This is definitely something that I think our community has that is lacking in some other communities. Maybe is the fact that we support each other so much. We're always sharing each other's stuff. We're always making sure that we're promoting everybody because, if everybody's working, then we have a scene, you know what I mean? And that's really
right.
what I think it is,
Yeah, I do recognize that here too. I mean,
because it wasn't like that in the 80s, right, Z?
Definitely not.
No.
What are you trying to do? What are you trying to you trying to date me, bitch?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. I don't know. Well, you look younger than I do now without a beard, so.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Good. I'm back to 22-year-old Z. Hey, the one thing about this area I can say is this area definitely has a good ear for talent. And that's how we could say that Isaac's been such a rising star in this community for being in this area for such a short period of time. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
It catches on so quick that it snowballs and people, it's a big word of mouth, grassroots style of promotion here in the area for this band. I mean, that's how it is for local music. So,
yeah.
And then when you came on the scene, man, you're screaming on the scene and your trajectory was pretty high, my friend.
Yeah, definitely, man. And,
thanks so much. I got goosebumps. Thanks.
Yeah, I have to ask too, now, I mean, obviously you hit lots of genres of music when you're doing your covers and stuff. And I noticed on your new record, there's, you influence a little bit more of a pop aspect of it. Now,
yeah.
Do you think that you're kind of doing that because it's something that you love and you want to do, or is it something that you're trying to just like reach a different demographic of fans? I mean,
that's
I'm
a good
curious on
question
that because
Yeah, so I think I'd be lying if I didn't think about I want to cater this song towards the radio, which hits a certain demographic.
Sure.
But I grew up listening to pop music. A lot of my big influences, especially John Bellion right now. He kind of takes, an authentic approach to writing the song, and then he goes in a studio and they produce it. And that's kind of, I mean, all my songs start off, I'm not, having an 808 playing in the bedroom and then I'm, singing something over. It starts from a piano.
Oh, sure.
Or a guitar. So I like to be able to perform the songs acoustically as well. But yeah, big influence for pop music. I think, growing up, it was like the Michael Jackson. I mean, I used to sing ABC. I remember I was going to sing that in like a 6th grade talent show, and I ducked out of it, and I ended up singing the VeggieTales theme song with my brother and his friend. I'm not kidding. It was in front of the whole school. Meanwhile, I could have been like singing Michael Jackson or Jackson 5, I guess, as a kid, doing that. But, I think pop, my record's definitely pop, and it's because I like it. And I feel like I write that style, but I feel like the more I've been playing out, the more I like, just an acoustic guitar and singing sometimes. Like the video I sent in for the competition, I'm not going to produce that song. That's going to be, all real instruments in a studio, and it might be even stripped down with just guitar. I never really know the finished product before, but
right.
I think I'm going to make a pop record. I'm probably going to make a folkier indie pop record, and the pop style of songwriting. I don't know. I don't really believe in genres anymore. Once hip hop, Once hip hop became the most popular, that's like a blend of every genre. Like I'm just gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna do it too. So
I mean, you can honestly create your new genre, call it, the Isaac French genre, because you're playing what you feel. You know what I mean? And,
right. I don't want to be compared to anyone.
Sure, and I think
I do, but I don't.
It brings to mind a band that a famous band that kind of did the same thing. If you ever, I know that there's a lot of Zac Brown Band fans, and they're kind of stifled into country music as that's their genre. Right. But on Showtime, we actually covered a song called Overnight, which is a straight up pop song. And if you ever listen to it, anybody ever listens to that song, straight up pop. And they asked him at one point, they're like, hey, what kind of genre do you put yourself in? And he said almost exactly the same thing. He's like, I write what I feel. So if it's a pop song, it's a pop song. I mean, they closed their shows for a whole tour with Killing in the Name of by Rage Against the Machine. I mean, wow. What country band is doing that? You know what I mean? So, I mean, I agree with that. And I think that really genres should go away, because, I mean, is country really country anymore? You know what I mean?
It's not. Good point.
You know what I mean? Like, if you think about country,
it's pop with a twang.
Sure. I mean, it's not Alan Jackson. It's not, even Johnny Cash. I mean, that was considered country, and that's not what we're hearing anymore, and I'm fine with it. But I mean, I love when people play what they feel, because I think that sells more. I really do. I think these record companies got it wrong all those years, trying to pigeonhole people into a certain genre where, they might excel at that for what they're feeling at the time. But then, 2 years down the road, their dog dies and their girlfriend gets hit by a car and whatever, and they got to write 40 country songs, and then they're writing country. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's
likely to hit by a truck if it was country, but yeah.
Right, sure, yeah. A farm truck.
With the windows down.
With the windows down.
Yeah.
The sun's set.
Honestly, I've started to listen to country a little more, but I listened to things I could sing because I wanted to practice and listen at the same time. I never was going to sing country. I just don't have that twang, and I mean, I like it. It's a similar formula to a pop song, how it's written, specific chords, go to the minor chord here during the bridge, like all that stuff.
Right.
Pretty similar. It's just different artist,
Yeah. I mean, do you find too that, I mean, you could take a newer country song, sing it like Isaac French, and people might actually, if they don't know the song, they might think it's an original song, or they might think it's a pop song because of the way that they're structured these days, that you could almost sing it like you would sing it and without the country twang. And you got a song that even people that don't like country music per se would enjoy, Yeah.
I feel like I can do that some more comfortably with like a pop song, and then bring it to a guitar to like slow it down and make it more of a soulful song. That's a little easier for me, I think, and kind of what I do more naturally.
Yeah. I've been really digging what you've been doing with your record, that, taking the songs that you produce and made them pop. And then like when you strip them down to acoustic, it's almost a completely different song. Like I recognize it, I know the songs, but it's so cool the way you do that, and it really becomes a different song, and it becomes almost more emotional to me. You can almost feel like how you were feeling when you wrote it in a sense,
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to get across to my next record. Because my last record was 10 songs produced, it was really, it's a good listen, but I'm not performing that record ever, in order for me to do that, I need a bunch of money and a bunch of artists to help perform it. And, big production, lighting, all that goes with that. So what I'm trying to do is, I'm in the midst of forming a band. So I can, I use the word compete gently, but compete with other groups around here in terms of like energy and sound, because I think, when you play as a solo artist, it's really hard to sometimes grab the attention in a room and also bring energy, get people dancing. So I'm looking, drummer and a bass player, and then I'll play guitar and keys and see where it goes.
Definitely, man. That's so cool.
Excited for that. Yeah,
it is, man. You're very versatile. Are you writing every day since we've been placed on house arrest?
Not every day,
No.
But I think most days I'm either writing a chorus or writing a verse. I have about 35 unfinished songs. So
nice.
That's great.
What I might do is chop them up, and some of them can go into one or another. I'm like, wow, that'd be a good bridge actually for that song. I just have to change the key and figure it out. But yeah, I'm trying to write, but you don't know what's happening right now. So recording a record's a serious thing to do. It costs a lot of money.
Absolutely.
And it's a big commitment emotionally too, because it's, your art and you're putting it towards something. Yeah. And I want to make sure I'm ready for that. And I don't want to get discouraged, or right now during all this COVID stuff, like you can't record anywhere.
No.
So I'm trying to just be relaxed as I can, network as much as I can online, because that's what I can do. Yeah, I'm not writing every day, but I'm writing as much as I usually did. I mean, I did music full time, so I always had free time to write. So it isn't much different for me Monday through Thursday, but Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday, are a little different at nighttime. I'm kind of watching a lot of Netflix.
Yeah, no doubt. Isaac, do you have a set day that you go live streaming, or is it just go randomly?
Dude, it used to be like, I think I went like 4 Thursdays in a row. And then like one Thursday, my buddy was playing. I was like, I want to watch him, and I don't want to, we have a similar fan base. So I was like, let's, not do that. Personally for me, I think I don't have any like other songs to sing. Like I have like my 40 songs that I sing, and I've sang, I think I've gone live like 8 times. So I've sang all of them twice or 3 times. And I think I'm recharging now. So like, I've been taking a couple weeks off in terms of like going live from my page. I'm down to do like live videos and stuff like this. And, like we did the benefit, I'm doing another benefit actually, tomorrow. Tomorrow's Tuesday. Yeah. Tomorrow, like I pre-recorded 3 songs or 2 songs or something. And that's going to be casted live. So I've been more focusing on that. And, a lot of people, I got some tips in the beginning of it, and I'm thankful for that. So I figured why not spend some time doing some benefits and using my network to help some other people.
What are you doing tomorrow? Plug that, please.
Man, it was a Cinco de Mayo live thing, but there was an issue with it, so we pushed it back a week. So it's my buddy Troy Millette and then my friend Taylor LaValle. They're from Vermont in Plattsburgh. They had this idea of like, let's get a bunch of musicians together. Let's pre-record, 2 or 3 songs, like 10 minutes or so, and let's put it all together. And I think Josiah Lemming from The Head and the Heart, a past member from that, he's in it. We got man. I could pull up a poster, but but yeah, not something I was prepared to plug, but I'll definitely post it in the comments. So, but yeah, it was like a fun Cinco de Mayo thing that got pushed back a week. So we're doing that.
Cool.
Yeah. A bunch of talented artists by Giovanita Bucci is going to be in it as well. Troy Millette, like I said.
Nina's Brew, right?
She's right. Yep. So,
which is another phenomenal band that you're a part of. That you give a plug to Nina's Brew as well, too.
Yeah, Nina's Brew, man, that really got me started in all this, because you know, I finished college in 2014, and after that I did, you know, some solo gigs, but it wasn't until Nina's Brew where I was really able to, you know, hit a festival because, you know, people liked us enough to be asked to do that. We played like 350 shows in a couple years together, and I gained a lot of confidence from that. And I think it definitely was a catalyst in my career. And as you guys know, I'm like focusing on my solo career now, doing that stuff. So Nina's Brew slowed down a little bit, but I think, before all this, we were definitely planning some weekends in the summer to get together and play, because it's always fun playing with those. Juvenina, and then Michael Brewster is the guitar player in the group, and we're all singers. So,
so cool.
Yeah, I love Nina's Brew. That was it still is, like, you know, a big part of my life. So
having a lot of vocalists in a band is it makes it so much easier. You know what I mean?
I was so happy sometimes. We'd be like, all right, 7th gig of the week. My voice is fried. How's yours doing? Oh, it's all right. Oh, you're singing.
Yeah, you got this, man. Yeah. Like we got this thing with Showtime where we'll go, like, we'll literally switch off and on. So we got, like, I'll sing one, then Jose will sing one, then Jerry will sing one, and then we'll just rotate, you know, and it works out, and it saves our voice. And, you know, by the end of the summer, we're still feeling pretty good. So, I mean, it's good when you play 120 shows in the summer and you still feel good. Yeah. I mean, it's a good feeling. You know what I mean?
Well, I hope you have your voices for mine and Lacey's wedding on October 24th.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, that's
right. They're Showtime singing at the wedding. So
has Lacey cut off the amount of musicians you're allowed to invite to this wedding yet?
Man, well, you know, in all seriousness, we had some talks today. We went on a little hike, and it's just, we don't know what's happening. You know, we haven't sent out save the dates because, who knows how many people you're allowed to invite. We know a lot of people, and we want to invite as many as we can, but, you know, whatever's realistic is what we're going to do. So, I would love to. I mean, a lot of my friends are musicians too, so I'm going to have one of my friends bring a trombone probably, and might get up there.
It's going to be great, man. I really, I hope we get to do this.
But she said I can only sing one song, so we'll have
man. You gotta make
You're limited.
It's a good one, then.
I'll get like a lavalier mic and sing while I'm dancing.
Sure. I really hope that this is that this goes off the way. I hope this goes off the way that it should, because if it goes the way that you guys have it all set up right now, it's going to be incredible. It's going to definitely be a wedding to rival all the rest of them.
Yeah, man. Sure. It's at MKJ Farms.
Great spot too.
Huge barn.
Yeah.
You know, we're super excited, and it's not going to be, you know, July, August hot. So we're hoping it's not like 20 degrees, but, you know.
Sure.
So Isaac, I got to ask you, what made you decide on Showtime as your wedding band? And second part of that question is, where did you see him for the first time?
Cool. So when Lacey's like really into live music, and it was cool when I first got here. She was like, we got to go check out this band. And Showtime was one of them. And I think the first time I saw you was the acoustic trio at the Savoy. I saw you there.
Was that the one inside?
It was inside. It was during the winter. Like, I think you guys played 3 times or something, and every time there was a huge snowstorm. So it was a pretty quiet show for myself to be at. You know, it was awesome. Very intimate, you know. And and then I think I saw you guys, man, I don't know if it was at the Savoy again, like the full band. I think I saw you there. I've been meaning to go out to Dick Smith's on Thursdays for Poor Tim that you participate in. But that's a late night, and, you know, when I'm gigging, you know, the next day in Vermont or something, you know, going back. Right. But I think I saw you guys, you know, Saranac Thursday a couple times, like doing some things there. So yeah, we just, you played at a couple of our friends' weddings, I think, too. So it was just, cool. It kind of, the Popovich.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that must have been a fun one. Yeah.
That was such a great wedding.
Yeah. So that one. And, you know, I knew Spencer Morgan of Last Left.
Yep.
And we kind of asked you guys at the same time. And you guys got back, and Spencer, I think they already had the gig the day booked. So we were like, this works out perfectly, you know, because
Yeah.
you guys are both killer bands and you play like the things we want. So, I mean, but at the end of the day, we're really happy to have you guys. So
we're stoked to be there, man.
Yeah.
And speaking of Last Left, I got to give a shout out to Steve Shepardson, Sheppy out there, the drummer. I've known him since he was like a little kid. So like to see him grow up and be a drummer just like his dad is just a cool thing, man. You know what I mean?
that's awesome. Yeah, and Spencer just released I think an album. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
on
I saw
Spotify
that.
and
Yes.
stuff. So it's really good. Yeah, check that out, guys. That's cool
Definitely.
stuff. He sounds like Bruce Springsteen or something, man.
He
He's
does.
good.
Yeah.
He's killer.
Totally does.
I'm just like, is this a Bruce Springsteen song, or is Bruce Springsteen singing on his song he wrote?
Right.
He's good, man. But yeah, that's going back earlier, like it's unheard of in Vermont, really, for like a wedding band is during wedding season. Like you guys, Showtime, like you're not a wedding band, you're a band. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you play covers, and that's cool. But you're not just a wedding band. In Vermont, I feel like there's a lot of, wedding bands, and they strictly do private parties and weddings. But
Sure.
you guys are playing all over. You know what I mean? You're gigging musicians, not to say that other people aren't, but
Yes, exactly. It's funny because we never consider ourselves a wedding band, because usually the people that book us for weddings, they book us because they want us to do our thing. You know what I mean?
well,
And
that's exactly it.
we don't like if they want the chicken dance and the electric slide, we're not the band for that. I mean, if there's certain songs you want played that we can't do it, then we can DJ that. And Jose is an incredible MC. I mean, you guys will find that out. And you saw that at Popovich wedding. I mean, he's amazing at what he does when he does that. So I mean, we do a pretty good job for being just a slummy bar band. You know what I mean?
And you're not a slummy bar band. You guys are a freaking party band. That's what you are.
Guys are
You're
pros,
a party band. It's like you can adapt to anybody in the room, really. You can play music for grandma, and you can play music for Aunt Sally, and you can play music for the little cousins running around, man. And you guys are the ultimate party band.
Well, we always, that was the thing from the start. I mean, when I started with those guys when I was 13, it was something that, we wanted to play music that appealed to everybody. We started out playing 50s music at 13, 14, and 15,
That was 40, 50 years ago, or?
Now, wait a minute. That was 26 years ago this year, my friend. I'm only going to be 39. I'll be 39 next week, okay?
Nice.
I know I'm
so
like
quick.
I'm 50.
Coming soon, kid.
I know. I look like I'm 50, but everybody assumes that. They assume that Jose's in his 60s because he's looked like he's been 50 for the past 20 years. And,
Jose made a comment that he was a basketball player. Is that true?
Oh yeah, Jose was great. I'll tell you this right now. Okay, Jose's a big dude, and I've seen him flat out destroy people running in foot races. Like he literally, people will challenge him to a foot race. He'll take off his shoes and his socks, and he'll run down the street barefoot and destroy people. Yeah, like, he's a referee.
I'll tell you what, though, I'll
race
him.
Yeah,
You got speed?
Do.
I got
speed. You got some speed?
Yeah, I was a college runner.
Oh, that's awesome.
But it was cross country about, 6 years ago and 50 pounds. So
yeah. No, I hear you there. No, I mean,
Jose, but he might be. I'm a pretty fast sprinter. I play basketball and stuff. But
Jose is very surprising for his size, and I'll tell you, I mean, you really can't be.
Awesome.
You can't be a soccer ref for varsity sports if you're not quick. You know what I mean? And
that must be so cool.
He does. He's that's what he does. He loves it. You know what I mean? He loves being a ref.
So
His
cool.
dad was a ref.
He's a teacher, right?
Yeah, he's a teacher over at Pathways in Remington. Yeah.
Cool.
Remington School. So.
Nice.
Yep. In Ilion.
Yeah. Well, if there's anyone out there that is selling a house, that let me know.
Will do.
Lacey and I might be looking for a house.
Awesome. That's good to know.
Yeah.
I'd like to jump into a couple comments that were made on Facebook right now. And I want to remind everybody, if you're on Facebook right now, you can click the share button and help spread the word of all the great things Isaac's doing musically and what we're doing here with Local Music Monday, EC Radio, Disruption Network, Showtime, this whole big circle that we're doing on a Monday. But first comment is from Heather Beebe. Big ups to Heather for putting on a great festival this past weekend. And she's saying, hey, guys, the Utica area is so lucky to have you, Isaac. So glad to see you guys connecting and spreading some roots. And I want to turn this back to Heather for again, putting us on such a great time on Saturday. And hopefully they can do this again. And to see all these guys and you guys, you two coming together, and Sean and Ryan Quinn and ZZ and everybody, it was just like the upper echelons of musicians in the Utica area, man. It was cool to see. So bravo, Heather.
Yeah, Heather, thank you so much. That's awesome.
Dave Bandage is saying, Z, get Justin a show. And Justin, you replied, damn it, this is my show. And I love it. This is your show. Yeah, I want you to. This is exactly what this is all about, you know. And, and it's about having musicians having conversations together. And I love it.
I have to interject on this too, because the first show that my mom saw of this was when we had Jose on, and she's like, I know Jose talks a lot, but why was he talking the entire time? He never let you talk at all. I go, because this is my show and I'm interviewing him. Like, he's supposed to talk. Like, she didn't realize that you and I were doing this together, Z. She thought that, like, I was part of an interview. I go, no, I'm the one interviewing. I can do that too, Mom.
Why aren't they asking you the questions?
But wait, hang on. I do have to agree with your mom. Jose does talk a lot.
I talk a lot, too.
I love you, Jose. No, we all talk a lot. We all do.
Yeah, I think a lot of.
Yeah, and that's a good thing to let everybody know that Justin and I do this together every Monday. Justin's in charge of booking guests, so I told him to put together a nice little calendar for us and booking guests and stuff. And here we are talking local music. And during this period of time that we're in, being on house arrest and whatnot, this is the perfect time to give all love to the local musicians. And Justin, you are the perfect co-host for this, so I appreciate that, brother, joining on with me. And I love this, man. I told you.
I'm so thankful to be able to do this. You know, it's just something that I've wanted to do for a long time, and I'm glad that Z has given me the opportunity to do this, and just glad we can have such great guests on the show like Isaac. You know what I mean? And
thanks for asking me, man.
Yeah, like on a non-music level, I hear that you're an arm wrestler.
Who wrote that? Jim Grogan?
Jim Grogan says you're an arm wrestler. Please explain.
Yeah. You want to go?
I don't know. I'm pretty good. So Jim Grogan and I, he's my neighbor. He lives right across the street. We were at the bar one time at one of my shows, and I think I was horsing around or something. I was like, you want to arm wrestle? And he beat me the first time. But he won fair and square, I guess, right, Jim? Maybe he's watching this. But I think he was standing out, and I was like kind of sitting in the stool. So he had all that weight. And then the second time, I was like, all right, I'm putting all my weight into it. And I watched some arm wrestling videos, and what they do is that you pull your arms straight like that, and then you go in. Yeah. So you're using your shoulder. And I knocked him down in like, I don't know, 8 seconds. And that guy's out. He's a drummer for the band Maybe Sunday, and they just released a record.
Oh yeah,
on Spotify and iTunes and stuff.
Sure.
He's a drummer for the band, and he's wearing an elbow brace because I think I heard him.
Oh God.
Yep.
That's outstanding.
You're a beast.
Yeah. It's funny because I was like 165-pound runner, and I'm like 215 now. I'm not used to carrying this weight, so right. You know, I've been walking like 6 to 8 miles every day that it's not pouring out, and trying to get in that wedding body shape, you know?
Dude, I'm with you on that. I swear to God, man, I weighed 175
you're crushing
pounds.
It, man.
I weighed 175 pounds when I graduated high school. I was the same height. I weighed 175 pounds. I was at my heaviest in September of last year at 265 pounds.
Wow, so you were that big, huh?
Yeah, I was 265 pounds, and by February, I was down 47 pounds. So you could do it. I mean, it's doable.
Nice, man. That's awesome.
And one of the things I had to do, I had to quit drinking twisted tea, which I was bummed about.
That's a lot of sugar.
A lot of sugar in that, you know. So it was either, hey, be fat and get diabetes, or lose weight and not get diabetes.
Diabetes, yeah.
Diabetes.
Exactly. And he did it at the right time because, all this stuff going on with the coronavirus. I don't know if you guys heard about it, but it's bad.
I don't. Dude, what are you talking about, man? I don't know what you're talking about.
I was making a joke because it's all we hear about.
Yeah, I know. It's a pretty good thing because now we're gaining a few pounds back. I think all of us are gaining a few pounds back. So it's.
I've only gained 2 pounds. I've only gained 2 pounds.
I think I've lost. I gained about like 10, 15 pounds when I started dating Lacey. I was 205. You could see a 4-pack or something.
Right.
But then I had too many 4-packs.
It's all right.
And we eat good. We eat good.
Yeah.
So But no, in all seriousness, no, I went through a tough time this past summer in winter with my dad. And, I was going back and forth to Vermont driving and,
Sure.
bags of chips and, eating a lot of sweets and a lot of comfort food. So,
Yeah.
I was poofed up a little bit, but I think I'm losing it. But
Isaac,
yeah.
I want to jump back. You did bring up your dad and that song that you put in for the Stanley competition. And that's what really attracted me to that song was the heartfelt. I felt the emotion in that song. And you were able to spread it around. Can you talk a little bit? Like, did that song take you a while to write, or was that one of those songs that just came to you instantly?
Dude, I finished that song the day I recorded it and submitted it. There were still a couple missing lines. Yeah. So the song started really as you're going through some dark times, but you're trying to see the positive. You're trying to see the light. So the first line is like, "I got no sleep, but the sun is out today." So it's like, I got no sleep, but at least the sun's out. There's a positive thing to that. A few lines. Similar style to that, you're talking about something bad happening, but the good side of it. So, I called the song Bright Side, and, all of that kind of goes, I say the song's about my dad because he was always the one to, tell me, fate's going to take care of it. The good thing's going to happen. And always when I was struggling or, mad or something, I'd give him a call and, always turn it around. So, this song is kind of a reminder for that to always look at the bright side of things, and it's always going to be better. But my favorite part of the song is the bridge, where it's it's specifically directed towards my dad. Fate takes I'm choking up. Fate takes care of things. That's what my father always said. Just look at the positives, you'll be better off. Instead of looking at the negatives.
Sure.
There's a silver lining to everything.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly, man. It's been said before. I'm not saying it any differently than a bunch of other songs, but it just means something to me. So I had to write it, and I figured I'll put this out for the singer-songwriter. I was proud of it. But I finished the last couple lines of the bridge that day.
Wow.
And I kid you not, I was like, all right, let's just do a test of recording, because I was going to just shorten the bridge instead of add the extra lines, but I knew I was going to continue it later. In the first recording, I just, the last two lines of it are like, I hope I made you proud, and then I repeat that again. It's just something I said naturally. And then I was like, all right, I need to take some time and learn that and make it good. So I took an hour and then I re-recorded it. So I'm pretty pumped. And, I think my dad's watching above me right now. And, he told Z to put it to the top 5. And
it wasn't just me, man. There was 7 other judges.
Well, that's good to know for our listeners too, that you didn't just, pick me as a finalist and then have me on your show later.
No, there was a few. I mean, I told, there was a few of them up there. I mean, I scored a couple. The ones that deserved the high scores got it, and there were some flops too. I'll tell you that. But no, it was great, man. And what we should let everybody know is the contest is going till Thursday. Thursday at noon is the cutoff. And so you got to get on your social media campaign, like and share and comment and all that other thing. So get out there on the campaign trail.
Yeah, Justin just posted in the comments. So if you're listening right now, click on that link and you can like and share that video. And it has to be the video that the Stanley uploaded, nothing that anyone else shared. So that, because they need to be able to see it. So, I mean, there's 13 people listening right now. That could be 13 likes and shares. So that'd be awesome. Right. Yeah. Thanks so much, guys. Appreciate it.
Exactly. Cool, man.
Everyone counts. So,
Justin, I'd like to see you two collaborate.
Dude,
we
I love that.
We were talking about it.
Because, I think my absolute favorite thing in the world to do, besides play music, is to be a producer. I produced a couple albums in the past, and I know that Jeff Adderman's on from Big Blue. I saw that he was watching, and Jeff and Pam, what they've done for the area so far, being a world-class studio right here in Utica, is I mean, really, the place is second to none. They have everything you could ever want and need, and and they really do their best to do whatever they can for the local scene. So I just think that's I mean, a great place to record, and I did all my work there as far as producing. So if you ever need a producer, I'm here. But also, you know, I would love to do something where we could collaborate something. So maybe we should, you know, during this time, maybe we can record a song together or something. It'd be fun.
Definitely.
You know?
And I'll also, you know, I'm hoping, you know, you can play those Poor Tim shows at Dick Smith's on Thursdays, because I'll definitely be going to those, and I'll sit in on a couple tunes and
definitely. I can promise you it's not going to be an early night for you.
Hey, that's all right. That's all right. But going back to Jeff and Pam, I actually had a conversation with them on the phone. I emailed them a couple weeks ago, and then we got in touch on the phone. We talked for about an hour. They're awesome. I mean, I'm a pretty type A when it comes to recording. I was asking pretty specific questions, and they were right on their ball. You know, it was awesome.
Incredible.
So I'm excited to try some stuff out there, because, you know, my previous producer and engineer, or not previous, I guess I still work with him. But he's in Vermont, and it's hard to get to Vermont all the time and whatnot. So I'm still going to work with him whenever I can. But, you know, Big Blue North, like, you know, like you've talked about, it's prestigious, man. Like,
have you seen the place yet?
I haven't, but maybe Sunday, who I mentioned earlier, recorded their record there, and, you know, Jim was like,
I recorded my album there too.
Yeah,
me too.
Said, dude, don't arm wrestle them, is what he said. Because they're on fire. So, I'm excited, and, you know, if I'm blessed enough to win this competition, you know, there's a money prize, and as well as some studio time, and all that's going to go towards recording, so I can record a new record and whatnot, something that I've been wanting to do. So
so awesome, man.
Yeah, so if you're listening, please vote. You know, plugging that again. Thanks so much.
Absolutely.
It's an amazing facility, and Jeff and Pam are just absolute sweethearts. And it's also good to know Jeff was a judge in the contest too. He was one of the 7 too. There's a few others as well, but we were going back and forth a little bit. But Jeff is he's an amazing, got a great ear, and I got to give a plug to Modus, because Modus was one of my all-time favorite local bands. Isaac, I'll send you a copy of his album. Listening to that album was the reason why I wanted to record the Street Rock album there, just because I know of Jeff's ear and the way he does his things, and he's just really involved. Yeah, brother.
I got you.
Thank you, brother.
It's unopened. It's unopened because I don't have a CD player yet. So I'm gonna. You know, but
neither do I.
I guess I can listen to.
I don't have one either.
Listen to it on my laptop, but. You know,
I'll send it to you on Spotify.
I don't have a CD-ROM on my laptop anymore. Look at that. There's nothing there.
The thin one?
Used to be, there's nothing there.
It's like the new iPhones. You can't charge it and listen to music at the same time. It's like that's what I was doing when I was charging my phone. I guess, you know, but. Man.
Good stuff, man. You know, I was talking about you two collaborating, but I want to back up a little bit and talk about Saturday again real quick. You know who I would really love to see collaborate, and I posted this the other night, was I'd love to see ZZ collaborate with Ryan Quinn.
Ooh,
yeah.
See, I don't want to.
I don't know who would sing higher, but
wouldn't that be a great collaboration right there?
Yeah. I mean, I think that I would quit playing music at that point, so I don't want to see it at all.
Come on. It's just wow.
They're amazing.
There was parts Saturday night where both of them made the hairs on my neck stand up because it was so damn good.
Yeah, they can sing, man. Yeah, they can sing. I think, you know, I can sing, but they can sing. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But ZZ and I actually talked about, you know, I was thinking about writing like a pop song that, you know, get a female
that's your go-to. That's your go-to right there. And I was blessed to have her too on the Street Rock album as well. So blessed.
Funny story about her. I met her at Woodland Brewery. I was playing an open mic. You know, it must have been just 4 months ago, before all this stuff happened.
Yeah.
You know, that was the first open mic I played, or second open mic, but first open mic that got me a gig. You know, at the place. So I like going to that. And I was singing, and I did my 3 songs, and then Ben from Remsen Social Club came up to me and was like, "Hey, could she sing?" And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, of course. Like, I don't care. He's like, can you play guitar for it? I'm like, don't know what song I'm doing, but all right. And she sang a version of Tennessee Whiskey, and I played it on guitar. Just I kind of, you know, heard the chords. I think it's like 1 minor 2 4 back to 1. So did that, and I was just like, is this fucking happening right now? Like,
Yeah, right.
Like, is this Christina Aguilera next to me right now?
Yeah.
Like I love her diction too, like the way she accents her words and stuff. It's just
Absolutely.
it's awesome. It's phenomenal. I mean, it's a treat to see her at the casino and stuff like that.
Oh, it sure is.
I mean, people go there and they must be like, whoa, what in the, I didn't pay for this or something. What?
Right.
You know, it's
for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it brings me right back to saying that. I mean, now that you're living here, I mean, you're included in this, but the talent in this area is just second to none. It really is. I mean,
thanks, man.
I'll tell you, Liberty DeVito from Billy Joel's band. He the first time he came here, and I think Keith James just posted the video of us playing with him. It was the very first time that he came, and in between, we did a show at MV. And then we did a show at the Devereaux that was, open to the public and stuff. And in between those shows, we went to, Z, you remember when Oskanitz was over in Washington Mills?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we went there and sat down. We ordered pizza. Jose and Liberty both ate a large pizza themselves. And Liberty's got to be 90 pounds. I mean, the dude's tiny. Sat there eating a whole large Oskanitz pizza, which was incredible. But he looks at me and he goes, I can't believe that this place is not on the map. He's like, I've never seen this much talent concentrated in one area in my entire life. And I mean, here's a guy that, has been all over the world touring with Billy Joel. And
that's insane.
And says that about, our little city here, and it just says a lot for what's going on here. And, we're all in this together, and we're all going for the same thing, man, and it's such a great feeling that, we're all here, it's all of us,
For sure, man. I talked to other musicians. They're like, you came at the right time. 10 years ago, it wasn't like this. And I was like,
no, it wasn't.
Well, that's awesome, and
yeah.
And a name that always comes up too is Mike Coley, with helping getting the music around to the local places and, especially Copper City and whatnot. So
for sure,
shout out to Mike for, he booked me at a couple places and he's been sharing my stuff and he's awesome guy. So this community, it's community here. It's cool, man. Like,
yeah.
My home always feels like home back in Vermont, but it's cool to move somewhere and have it feel like it's, you're a part of the community, especially with music. Cause it's, a lot of emotion and also, friends, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have friends here that aren't musicians and I have, which is not really typical when you just move somewhere when you're a musician, which is cool. Right. So, thanks to my fiance, obviously introducing me to all her friends, but wouldn't have moved here without her. So,
Right.
Thankful for that, man. Yeah, this is real cool. I love this place.
Awesome. That's so great to hear too, hearing it from an outsider's perspective. Wouldn't you agree, Justin?
Oh yeah. And that's, I was so excited for today because I was really excited to talk to you about that end of it, because to have a young kid come from another area, had you ever heard of Utica before?
Yeah, I'm definitely like I know my geography, in the Northeast.
I only say that.
No, but not for like a music town. You know what I'm saying? So I gigged out here. I gigged at Woods Valley with Nina's Brew before I moved here.
Oh, cool.
Before I even met Lacey.
So you knew the area then, yeah.
Ish, I played at Ray Brothers Barbecue.
What a great venue!
I did a Funk and Waffles gig once.
Cool.
But we were more of the Lake Placid, Saranac Lake, Plattsburgh area, and then Burlington, and then
It's so funny because those are
there.
the towns, like the towns you're explaining in New York are all the towns that cater to original music and the singer-songwriter genre. like Lake Placid.
Sure.
Jess and I went there in the summertime, and it was loaded with singer-songwriters just playing everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
We were just so pumped about it. It was just so cool to be able to sit and watch people play original music. You don't get that here. But
and it's good to hear that from you as well, because from what I've heard, there used to be maybe a little competition between the original music and and the cover bands. And, you know, I think
It's always going to be like that.
Oh,
you
it'll
know,
always be there. Yeah.
You know,
But
and,
it's
and
not-
I think there, you know, yes, like, you know, if you're, you know, you're writing original songs, like that takes a specific talent to do. That
Yeah.
doesn't mean people who do cover bands can't write originals. Maybe that just doesn't get their heart going or their foot stomping, you know,
Yeah.
and who cares? You know, live music, like, you know, it's an original music somewhere, you know, a cover song. It's original
Sure.
music still. It's not like God wrote it and then it's just like, these are the covers. No, I think, you know, everyone that plays music, man, is a musician if they put their heart into it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, man.
So,
It's all about it.
that's what it's all about. So it's good to hear that from you. You know, you saying you appreciate, you know, original music. I fall
Oh my
right
God,
in the middle,
so
man.
much.
You know, I fall right in the middle. I love singing covers. I love
Yeah.
singing originals, but it wasn't until recent that I was comfortable singing originals.
Right.
You know, definitely takes, you know, some nerve to
Yeah.
do that, but
I have to ask you, have you ever heard of John Leaving? Have you heard him yet?
the name I've seen on Facebook.
Yeah. He's the guy. He's the old school guy in Central New York that you know, he was the guy that would go out, you know, and play the covers, and then while he was home, he would write and record original music. And
Right.
I would say it's like, I don't know, his voice kind of sounds like a cross between James Taylor and Tom Petty. It's like
Well,
this
he's the-
weird kind of.
He's the
You
guy
know.
that does the intro for EC Radio too. That's
Yeah,
John
there you
Lee.
go.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
there you
Yeah,
go.
I've heard that. All right.
But
cool.
John he's a great person and an incredible songwriter. And
Right.
if you get a chance, just go and listen. You know, there's a lot of
Yeah,
emotion.
shoot me a
and lot
message
of-
later if you could.
I will definitely,
to
yeah,
write
because
that down.
that's he would fit in well in Vermont and Lake Placid, all those places. He would just fit so well there because he's that guy. You know what I mean? So
Right. But that being
Big
said, you know,
Schmidt is another
Vermont
one.
and all those places are saturated with, or not, it's primarily original stuff, which is awesome,
Yeah.
you know. But there's definitely, you know, if you're going to a brewery, you know, people are, you know, I feel like it's, you know, it's not either or. It's not like, you know,
Right.
there's like, if you go see one of my shows, I'm singing half covers and half originals. It's not like
Sure.
I'm doing an original show unless, you know, I'm on a show that's like, hey, focus on your originals. I'm like, okay, let's do it.
Yep.
You know, I don't take offense to anything, you know, like
sure.
that. But, you know, when you're a musician, you're an entertainer and you're trying to entertain the crowd in front of you. There's a certain level of, you know, you have to have pride in what you do, you know, so if you don't like singing covers, don't do it.
Mhm.
You know, but you don't be surprised if the place doesn't book you if you don't play covers, unless it's an original, you know,
Yeah.
venue, music venue. So I mean, I try to sing in front of as many people as I can. I mean,
Right,
it doesn't
right.
have to be a straight. I'm trying to, you know, the more people that know me, the better for my music career. You know, and then eventually, you know what? If I'm playing, you know, the hour and 20-minute show that's in a stadium, or 2-hour show that's in a stadium, and I have 25 original songs and all of them have been on the radio, yeah, I'll sing only those songs.
Sure.
I'll do it. But,
Yeah.
you know, if I'm playing in front of people that, you know, want to hear some music that they're going to tap their foot to that they recognize, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, you know. So
And that's where, I mean, I think that's where the audiences in Utica area, I mean, they want to hear songs that they know. I mean, look at the way that the scene is, you know, you have Saranac Thursday and, you know, you go and listen to a cover band because, you know, obviously you're there because of the atmosphere, you're there for the beer, it's great, you know, but then you filter down the street, you know, you're chilling with your friends, you know, you want to hear, you know, music that you know. But I think that cover artists around here have learned through the years. I mean, you know, we all tried. I mean, I know I did growing up. It was like, this is going to be an original show, you know, and this is going to be a cover show. And then like you find that after a while, you know, it's funny how you said, you know, I mix originals in with my covers at shows.
yeah, for sure.
And like, you know, being that you like when I wrote music, 350 years ago, you know, I was so proud of what I did that I like went on for like 10 minutes at a show about, you know, my solo show. I'm like, this is a song that means so much to me. I wrote it about, you know, this, and my grandma helped me write it, and, you know, and like all that stuff. And like, and then I watched people go back to the bar and I like took offense to it, you know, at first, you know what I mean? And then I realized, I'm like, you know, what's funny is if I tried it a couple times where I just roll into the song, and here I am getting my original music out to people. they're tapping their foot to it. They're like, man, yeah, I like this. You know, have you ever heard this before? Who does that? Who does that? And at the end of the song, somebody comes up to you and goes, who was that? And you go, it was you. And I'm like, really, man? That was a really good song. And then all of a sudden you're opening yourself up. You know, they buy a record, they do this. And it took, I don't know, at least took me a while to get over that whole, why doesn't anybody want to listen to my originals? You know what I mean? It was like, you know, it was because it was discouraging for a while. So, you know, I mean, now it's like you work it into your, you know, I still say here's an original song just because, you know, I mean, if I'm playing an intimate show, then it's cool.
I do too as well. Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's, you know, you're proud of it, man. It's like what you do, but, you know.
For sure.
But it's funny because like it's in Utica, that's the way you got to sneak them in, man. You sneak them in here and there, and like you're playing for you know 200 people. You throw in a couple originals, and nobody knows any different. You know, they love it. They're dancing. They're throwing their hands up, going crazy. You know what I mean? It's great.
Yeah, I think there are, you know, there's so many different ways to attack getting your original music out there. I like posting videos, getting people familiar with it. And then, you know, if they come to a show that someone requests it, or I'll say, hey, I just posted this original video on Facebook. And then I'll sing it. You know, what's crazy is I saw some stuff where someone was saying, you know, if you're not a musician, if you only play cover songs. And I was like, yeah, try telling that to the Boston Symphony Orchestra. You know what I mean? You're telling them not a musician.
That's my point.
You know,
that's my point.
It's crazy, you know. But
or the Beatles.
Right.
The whole first side of Meet the Beatles is all cover tunes. I mean, come on now, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I think you know, it's all semantics.
Yeah, of course. You know, but I mean, it's going to continue, and I think always be a difficult thing in Utica to push original music. I mean, I don't care if you write the greatest song in the world; it's a tough thing because, you know, and I mean, I guess if you can make it from Utica and like get the people, you know, get 200, 300 people at your show watching you play original tunes, and man, you made it because Utica's tough. It's a tough, it's a tough place to get your music heard. It really is.
Sure.
And I mean, maybe I kind of like it for that, you know, maybe because maybe it'll push us to write, you know, maybe maybe my songs aren't good enough. Maybe they need to be better.
No,
you know?
that's not true. That's not true.
But that's it. But I mean, it pushes me in a sense. Like maybe I'm not using the right words, but it pushes me in a sense.
It's more of a formula, I think.
Yeah.
You know, because there are some cover songs that anyone can do that doesn't get the crowd going, but then there's a certain cover song that does because it's a different formula. So when you play an original song, you know, you have to think to yourself, well, if this is a ballad, you know, and people want to dance, you know, whether it's a ballad singing "Let It Be" or a ballad singing, you know, "All I Need" from, you know, my original, like, you know, neither are going to get the crowd going. So I need to pick something. If I pick an original 12-bar blue or whatever, it'll get them rocking a little more too. So I think, you know, creating original music is, you know, it definitely takes a special skill and talent. I think a lot of people can do it. A lot of people can do it that don't do it, but you know, that's their choice. That doesn't mean you
have to put your whole brain and mind into a whole different element, man. You can't, you know what I mean? It's, I guess that's why, you know, it's been tough to write anything lately for me, especially in the past 10, 15 years, just because, you know, thank God I'm busy and I can make a living doing what I do, but it you know, I need that time to write. You know what I mean? If I want to write, I want that time that I can feel inspired. I can go somewhere that I want and, you know, go sit outside with my guitar or something and feel inspired. And when you don't have that time, it's, you know, I can't write on command. It's like telling an artist to paint a picture on command. You can't do it. You know what I mean? You have to
environment
be
is huge for me.
Yeah.
Did you guys switch?
Yeah.
Oh, you just like switch spots in the screen.
Sometimes my phone gets a little tricky.
What up, Todd?
I forgot the do not disturb on my phone today, and the phone's blowing up kind of. So that sometimes has to do with it. So
whenever I hit do not disturb, it never works. I'm going live on a phone call, and I'm like, what the hell? I just hit do not disturb.
You know what I figured out about that is that do not disturb only works when your phone is locked.
Right.
Do not disturb doesn't work if it's not locked.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So you have to turn off all the notifications
off. Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's the way around it.
Well, gentlemen, Justin, another Local Music Monday in the books.
Love it, man.
This is great. Isaac, man, give plugs to all your streams. And first of all, when we can check you out doing a live stream, and then where we can find all your music.
For sure. Let's start with, I guess, my music. You know, you can find me at just Isaac French, ISAAC on Facebook. I have, you can follow me on my personal page or my music page. I kind of post everything to both. My Instagram is Isaac French Music. I don't do that Twitter stuff. If I do, it's usually I'm angry or something, so don't follow that. And I just released a couple singles this year, Ready to Be Loved back in February, and then All I Need.
Amazing.
Just
both
thanks,
great
man.
songs.
Yeah, and actually at 6:05 Monday through Friday this week, it's going to be All I Need is going to be on the 95X. Yeah, 95X in Syracuse at 6:05 on the locals only spotlight. So it'll be on that as well. And then, man, what else? I'm going live. If you follow my page, you'll get a notification. I don't know when I'm doing it. So I'm going tomorrow. You'll see a bunch of artists if you look at my page. We're doing like a special thing. So, yeah. Man.
And also, one more time, congratulations on becoming a finalist for the Stanley Singer-Songwriter competition. Congratulations to all the finalists out there. Let me tell you, it was a difficult task to try to choose from people. And I'm glad it wasn't, I didn't have to single anybody out, and I was able to choose 5, which was good.
Right.
But congratulations to everybody. And it's going to be a tough competition. And make sure you go out there and support all these artists and share their music and go like their page and download their music. And that's what it's all for. That's what it's all for. Support your local music. And that's what we preach here at EC Radio. And that's pretty much what we're doing here on Local Music Monday as well.
Yeah. Thanks so much for having me, Justin and Z. I mean, it means a lot. Like, I never did podcasts before I moved to New York. So this is, this is real cool. I'm getting the love around here. And, like Z said, if you want to vote for me, I think Justin posted in the comments.
I did.
A link to the video. You have to like that video specifically and share that video. Every single one counts. It's going to be a close race. I just know it. Everyone's so talented. Sure. And you can vote until Thursday. So, you can share it to your friends and all that. Let them know what it's about. And, I hope you like the video more importantly too. I don't like necessarily, putting a competition with music, but, sometimes it's fun to do that. And, it's all friendly competition. So it's cool. And I'm really happy to be a part of it. And thanks for, the Stanley for putting this together. That means a lot for us local artists.
Absolutely.
So,
I'm glad you said that. Shout out to Lisa, the executive director over at the Stanley. It was her brainchild to come up with this and including all of us. And also, I got to give some love to Allie Evans out there who's been busting her
I
ass
talked to her on the phone about
putting this competition together. Allie's a gem, and we're lucky we got her over at the Stanley, and we're lucky we got her in our community. She has been busting ass, so she deserves some recognition as well. So big ups to you, Allie Evans.
Yeah.
And big ups to you too, Justin Smithson, for knocking it out of the park all the time.
Listen, man, I got to say, I got to give a shout out to the Stanley custodial staff for letting me in and turning all the lights on for me. It's pretty cool.
I know.
Don't lie, I gave you the key.
That's right.
I thought it was just a backdrop the whole time.
No, he's there. He's in the balcony right there. He's in the loge.
Oh man, yeah. So.
Oh, that's great.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you so much.
A lot of fun.
Shout out to EJ.
Shout out to Zoom.
Yes, just shout out to Zoom. Shout out to EJA Moving Services. If you're ready to move and relocate, hit up Eddie and his crew, ejamoving.com. Eddie will move you pretty much wherever you need to go. He'll move your gym equipment. He'll move your studio. He'll move your office. He'll move. If you're a band on the road, you need roadies, hire EJA. They'll do it for you, the logistics guy, ejamoving.com. Big love to our friends over at Utica Coffee, Saranac Brewery, Utica Hemp, and also our good friend, attorney Dave Longaretta. If you need legal help, call Dave at 315-735-6162. And, of course, we cannot forget Yoda himself, Mr. Todd Williams, back in the studio, tearing it up, man.
Thanks, Todd.
Dude, how about I'm such a whack job that he did the Yoda laugh for us. I'm such a whack job that I watched Star Wars episodically this whole weekend.
So cool.
Yeah, try it. I'm telling you, you're going to love it. Start from Phantom Menace and go all the way to Rise of Skywalker. Go in order. Also throw in Rogue One in between New Hope, right? And then also watch Han Solo. I encourage you to watch Han Solo as well.
Man, so, I get too confused with those. I need to have someone who knows their stuff next to me.
That's right. You got to start from episode 1. You won't be confused.
Yeah,
Yes, right.
I still wouldn't get it. I still wouldn't
Start
get it.
from episode 1. You'll
I need a
understand it.
recap of every episode on Netflix, even if I'm watching it continuously.
Book report.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
please. Can I have the clip notes, please?
Yeah, there you go. Well,
Yeah,
thank
exactly.
you, Todd, for all you do.
Yes.
Tonight, speaking of Heather Beebe is going to be live on the D tonight with Andrea from the Utica Zoo. So that goes off at 9 o'clock tonight here on Disruption Network. Big ups to Heather again for having an amazing weekend. And check out her podcast tonight here on the D. Isaac, Justin, again, thank you guys so much. You guys rock. You can follow, like, subscribe, all things Disruption Network on social media. And we'll see you tomorrow. Later, people.
Thanks.